Hello and welcome to day 4 of Pioneer Startup Network. I'm Jeffrey Vera alongside Natalie DeSenza. Today we have 3 panelists to talk about gaming, AR, and VR. I don't know about you, but I'm excited for today. Let's jump right in it.
We all know that COVID has taken over the world, but one industry that's seen a positive effect of the virus is e-gaming. Here to discuss more about e-gaming branding strategies is Jerry Moreira.
Branding really took a foothold in the mid-90s on the digital platform and transitioned into us being a business, right? Jay-Z said it best, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman." If you guys remember that line, it's always been one of those that has resounded with me. So within this talk, what we're going to be doing is talking about how individuals within the e-gaming industry have created their personal interests, have created their personalities, have looked at things like skill level entertainment to really catapult their personalities and careers. Have something to offer, add value to somebody, albeit skill level, where if you're very good at a specific game, also being of entertainment, being of value where people are going to enjoy watching what you're doing. I recommend that if you're interested in how to carry your personality on a digital platform, you should join us.
Moreira's session, Branding in E-Games, will be held today at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So grab yourself some breakfast and be sure to tune in.
If augmented reality is more up your alley, then our next panelist is for you. Here to discuss more on development and funding of an augmented reality game project is Professor Greg Garvey. Garvey is a professor of game design and development at Quinnipiac University in Connecticut. Let's hear more about it.
And the Yale Play for Real Lab uses games, and specifically virtual reality games, to help promote positive behavioral change among the various test groups. And it is a research lab, of course, so they publish their results in papers and give presentations. The idea of using games to promote positive change, that they can be a force for good in the world. They're not simply something that is a mindless activity, rather than they're activities that can connect people and explore new ways of not only entertainment, but getting insight into the human condition. It should appeal to a wide segment of the community of both developers as well as entrepreneurs and related business people who are looking at ways to reach out to attract audiences for specific products, and also thinking about how we can look at alternative ways to raise funds for charities, as well as alternative ways to, in a sense, develop marketing that respects and the customer that you're trying to reach in a way that leads to positive outcomes.
Garvey's session, Yale Play for Real, XR Lab, and Quinnipiac Epic Mega Grant Team will be today at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll want to tune in to this session to learn more about the up-and-coming industry of augmented reality.
Here's a tip from Think Forward's Alyssa Callahan on how to get investors on board with your business idea.
When you're trying to gain traction for your brand or business idea, being able to clearly communicate your value proposition to investors and customers is mission critical. Sometimes the simplest explanations are the most effective. Eli 5, or Explain It Like I'm 5, is a great exercise for helping really get down to the nuts, bolts, and metaphors that help you figure out the most effective articulation of your brand. Imagine that you're trying to explain your brand to a 5-year-old child. How would you explain it? What metaphors or analogies would you use? Capture all words and phrases that come to mind. Now, imagine that you're at a family party and your great Uncle Bill that's never had a computer before asks you about your brand. How would you describe it to him? Capture it. By looking at one group that doesn't yet understand complex objects and ideas, and another group that doesn't have a strong understanding of technology or contemporary business, you're forced to drop the buzzwords and jargon and find simple, easy to understand metaphors or objects that describe who you are and what you do. For example, if you worked at IKEA, you might use the metaphor, "It's like Lego bricks, only with furniture." And in some cases, these metaphors can be so powerful they can actually serve as a North Star for your entire brand, or perhaps give you wings for your next marketing campaign.
That's just another helpful tip we've heard from Callahan so far.
We had the chance to sit down with another professor from Quinnipiac. Jonah Warren is a professor of game design and development. He's here to teach AR and VR development and discuss engines, devices, libraries, and teach philosophy.
I teach the senior level game labs at Quinnipiac. Those classes are students working in teams on large projects where each student takes a different role, usually teams of 4 to 5 students, and they work the entire semester on a given project, and with the end goal of publishing a game to a platform, either Steam or itch.io or Android or App Store usually. A lot of it comes down to doing your research. I think what worked well for me was the time I put in experimenting hands-on with the technologies.
Warren's session, AR and VR, Development in Classrooms, Lessons Learned, is today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so be sure to tune in.
One of the best things about this event is working with other colleges around Connecticut. Thank you for tuning in, and come back tomorrow as we preview more amazing segments coming this week. Make sure to follow Pioneer Startup Network on Instagram and YouTube. I'm Natalie DeSenza alongside Jeffrey Vera. We'll see you next time on Pioneer Startup Network.